Well, welcome to the first ever Honest Hour review. This is going to be my attempt at a first impression format. So, how this will work is I want to give the game an hour of my life and find out if it was wasted or not. Hopefully, it'll give you enough insight in the game to see if it's worth your time as well. So, up first is a new free to play game, CityWars Tower Defense. It seemed to come out of nowhere and it's in early access, so take that with what it's worth. A lot of games seem to live in that early access state, though, so I don't really know if you give it leniency anymore. Either way, though, this is what it is, and we'll go through some of the features, things you can do, and just kind of the general of the game, and we'll tell if it's worth your time. So, first off, we're going to get into settings, probably the most important part of a lot of these games on PC anyways. Actually pretty good. I was impressed. They have some post-processing. I like it off, but the game defaults it on. Whatever, it's there. I didn't know it was there until after I recorded all the other footage, but we don't talk about that. You can rebind all your controls, although it's not really problematic anyways because it's keyboard. There is full controller support. It says work in progress. I don't know what that means. And they have a watermark? I don't know why. But this is kind of cool. I think it's still a work in progress thing. You can do split screen on PC. Really not common. You can set one to controller, one to PC. The clip doesn't show it the best. I messed around with it for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I was able to get it to work quite well. The biggest issue is sound. It doubles, because it acts as a new instance. Huge issue, actually. But it's very clear that this is work in progress. And for something like this, early access, to even have it in it, I'll give it a yes. So we'll take that. So yeah, settings, all in all, are pretty good. I'm not complaining about that at all. So customization is next on the list. It's pretty good. It's just basic, though. I mean, it's these kind of blocky games. There's only so much you can actually do with them. It gives you styles for your hair, beard, color, shirt, pants, shoes. Now, the clothes seem to mainly be color. Probably going to be something that changes in the future. It does seem like it's also linked to the class. So, that is what it is. I'll get into the classes a little bit more later on. Seem pretty primitive right now, but hey. So the crafting in this game, kind of a big part of it as far as their advertising by the seams of it. I don't particularly like it right now. So you just pick up stuff on the map and you turn that into stuff. Sounds simple enough. It feels more tedious than anything else. Upgrading the turrets, you pick up stuff from the map and you upgrade them. It's not like it's in short supply. Nothing's hard to get. It's just you go through the stages to make X into Y into Z. And right now it doesn't feel finished. Which I guess it isn't.
From reaching your core crystal.
So here's the tutorial with wonderful voice acting here. Just marvelous. I'm going to actually leave it with some live recording that I had for it. For probably the whole tutorial. This kind of gives the feel that I had on the game. And yeah.
To defend the core crystal, you can build a shooting tower from the build menu.
Okay, so it's a basic tower defense. Yeah, I don't like how much it's blocked because it's an active one. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. There's a little target up there. What was I doing here? How do I get back to that menu? G. Okay. Shooting tower. 10360. Entity number, probably? Okay, so replace with mouse. I kind of feel like it's the stupidest thing to say, but I feel like the cursor shouldn't be the default Windows cursor. I think that doesn't look good in a game like this. Okay, so it's giving me some sort of a statistic as I move it around. I don't know what that means. It's got a little keep on it, so like defense or something, but I don't see how that matters unless they can attack my towers. We'll just put it like standard placement for tower defense game. Okay. Oh. Alright, so it's necessary that I help.
Good job.
Alright.
We defended our core crystal. Now let's expand our city so we can build better. To collect resources, stand next to them and press action.
This could really use some voice acting.
You can now build.
Second tab. Okay.
You can gather some stone here.
Yeah, it's just like that. That's just rough. But
You can now craft a stone axe with the crafting table.
what the hell do I want a stone axe for? Okay. Why would you show me that menu? Okay, crafting table, stone axe.
You can chop trees to get log that will be used to upgrade your towers.
Alright, now that's my right click. But I have to hit E to chop. Because chopping is
You
its own
can now
instance.
upgrade a
Okay.
tower to make it shoot fast.
Do I not have to pick anything up? Do I just auto-click? That's fine. Wait, what was that? I can chop down whatever this is. Plant fiber, okay. Probably an upgrade material. Okay, so logs and wood is two different things. Gotcha. I'm fine with it requiring resources. There's nothing wrong with that. Instead of just going as gold, they want resources. That's fine. Alright, I could shoot us like
Congratulations, you won this round. The goal is to clear each level. The more you play, the harder the game.
Okay. Alright, boss probably to kill me because it's tutorial. Yeah, tutorial. Bad way to end the tutorial. I guess it's trying to give you an idea of how much is coming. I have a limit. I don't like how they ended that. They should have just
Don't
put
worry
it
if
on
you
normally.
don't manage to clear the waves. Each time you restart the game, you gain a special power-up that will help you to start stronger on the next game.
Alright, choose an upgrade. 5 health potions, a broadsword, or a crooked wand. Okay, so this one gives you info. These are weapons that are at questionable usefulness. Let's
You
take
are
a
now
broadsword,
ready to
sure.
start the game.
Tutorial finished. And that kind of dull feeling is kind of what continued throughout the game. For the hour I played anyways. My biggest qualm is that it's boring. It has potential, but right now they're not capitalizing on it. They're putting too much onto the crafting and stuff like that. Combat doesn't feel very intriguing, and a lot of that stuff that really could sell it just isn't there. But we'll get into all that later. Let's take a peek at the overworld now. So the overworld actually has some potential. It's got some little cutesy designs and little things to do. Jumping puzzles are a thing. I don't know why. I call them puzzles, but there's blocks that you jump on. The game's too floaty for me to do that and enjoy. And it's a little buggy. Sometimes you fall into the water. It's supposed to spawn you out. You get stuck in it. It's whatever. It's early access. It eventually fixes itself. This was the longest I was stuck in the water. So it's not a big deal. Biggest issue with the overworld is some of the what feel like essential items stuck behind some mild jumping puzzles. I mean, I say mild, but I sat there for 5 minutes doing one. And it's really just jump on these tiny blocks. It's not a puzzle. I don't know why I keep saying that. And it's not this, obviously. This one's simple. But it doesn't feel necessary and kind of wasteful. But the world itself is cool. It looks good. You know, the interactions with the maps and everything like that, they work. That's really half of what I want from an overworld. So I have no real qualms with that. As far as combat's concerned, it's just boring. You know, you set up your turrets, that's fine. I enjoy tower defense games. The getting yourself involved, didn't enjoy it at all. Mainly due to animations and the lack of feel. There's no impact when you hit something. There is a skill tree. It seems primitive, but I mean, there's a skill tree. There's abilities. The only ability that I had right now was you refresh some arrows. Nothing exciting. And that's really what most of them are. You get more arrows. There's a spin attack with the melee weapon. It really isn't an in-depth system at this point. Later on it could change, but we're talking about the first hour of gameplay here, so who knows. For right now, though, combat is not the reason to play this game. All in all, though, with the hour I spent with this game, I didn't hate it. It's not a great game. It's not a bad game. It's an unfinished game. It's a basic game. You hop onto this with a couple other friends, you can have a good time for a couple of hours. I did everything solo, primarily to base it on the game itself. Anything can be fun with friends. That's not an excuse for a video game. This is okay. Honestly, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. And that is because it's free. If I had to pay for this, I'd be upset. But it's a free game, so you can't be that upset with it. Right now, 5 out of 10. Give it a little bit of work in it. It's brand spanking new. I think it came out like a week ago. So, a couple updates, a little bit more interest. I'm just noticing I didn't even talk about the towers. There was nothing to talk about on this. There's like 6 types, and they Thunder Tower, Sniper Tower, Basic Tower, Shooty Tower, whatever they call it. They do what the name said. There's really nothing to them. There's no in-depth strategy that I could just glare. I only was able to level them up to level 2 or 3 right now. And from what it seems, leveling just is flat damage. No extra effects, nothing along those lines. So, it's basic, and that's everything with this game. It's basic. It's a simple game. Not a bad game necessarily, but very simple. A little bit buggy, but again, new game, early access. I ignored most of the bugs because nothing was game-breaking. Just little quality of life stuff that I'm sure will get fixed soon. All in all, though, honestly, 5 out of 10. For right now, that'll have to do it. So, I appreciate everybody who stuck around with this. This is the first time I've tried this kind of format in really any properly edited video, even though my editing is kind of rough. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and, yeah. Have a wonderful day.